But yeah, you can see straight down in the fuel tank. So that gas is eating that fuel tank up. Good morning, guys. It's been raining its butt off out there. We're gonna jump back on the Scout today. I'm trying to figure out which route to go with this, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. So, I was talking to you guys about what I had planned here, and my plan is I want to get this running and going. But I have some things to take care of, and being that super large 345 is gonna be going in here, I'm going to have to address some of this underhood stuff. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what do I need to address? Well, I'm going to have to start some rust repair on this fender well apron, which shouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to need to get a few things. Like, I've been wanting to buy a sheet metal brake because you're going to need that. But the next thing is I was going to work on this under here and get it all cleaned up and get the engine ready, what I need to do it, and go ahead and set it in here and fasten it up. But I've got some rust down there on the very bottom of that toe board. So I was going to, because usually you want to take and strip everything out and get an account for what you need to do. But I'm thinking, since I need to go get a brake and I need to get a few things and get all my metal out and see what I have and see what I need to buy, that's going to pretty much eat up the day. I'll probably go ahead and remove the seat and let's get this floor mat out, because I want to be able to, I got to address everything that's going to be blocked by an engine and transmission. Now, I've went ahead, I pulled this cover off right. So these Scouts, your filler net comes through here. And I'm going to try to show you guys as much about this, because I'm learning as much as you guys are, because like all the Chevy C10s, the Blazers, I can lay there in bed and think about every part to get one going and all that stuff, because I've owned several of them, but I have owned none of these. I've not driven one. I don't know anything about these. So as I learn about it, I'm going to be showing you guys. So obviously you can see the bed floor is toast. So I'm going to be removing all of that. But we've also, with the engine and stuff going in it and working on getting running, we're going to have to clean that up. But I've been smelling varnished gas like terribly. And these gas tanks are made out of plastic. I don't understand. And that shadow's getting right in the way. Apologize, guys. So yeah, you can't see that way either. But yeah, you can see straight down in the fuel tank. So that gas is eating that fuel tank up. So I'm going to be removing that as well. So more than likely, we're just going to kind of gut everything out that doesn't need to be in here. And then I'll roll this outside in coming days and work on removing this whole bed floor, because we're going to have to clean up all those cross rails, because the new bed floor will come in 2 pieces. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of fender well repair. So that's why I'm going to get a brake and put a flange on that. That way it lays on there. Then also one of those cross braces to go to that. So I'll really have to build the fender wells and get that cross brace put in before I put the floor on. Not going to be that bad of a deal. I'm really not worried about it, because I've went underneath and looked at all the cross rails, and I feel pretty confident we'll be able to fix it. So the next thing is get that heavy seat out, and I'm going to try to remove this floor mat without it cracking and busting. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but we'll get to see. And I've got a little bit of work to do right there, but these Scouts are horrible about rusting. So although it may look pretty rusty and pretty rough, this one's so far actually pretty good. So let's get started. All right, so we've moved outside because my lighting situation in there sucks. So we got the front seat out. We're gonna go ahead and get that mat and get that stuff. So we got the seat out. We're gonna have to pull these brackets here, and then we're gonna get this mat out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trans tunnel cover. We can see up in there. And as you can see, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad either. So we got that seal plate off right there, and man, look at that rocker. Usually these are non-existent on these Scouts. I mean, it's solid. Yeah, we've got a little bit there in these corner pieces, but that's easily fixed. So, and they actually make these pieces to go in. So far I'm liking what I see. Let's get the other side off. All right, so we got the seat brackets out. The seat belt deal is rusted. It's gonna come out through the floor. I'll have to cut that out. So I'm gonna have to do some patches here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this mat in half because I thought I was gonna save it, but it's actually just too rough to even keep. So I'm gonna try to go through and just trim this crap out of here. It's just so brittle, it's even falling apart. So we'll figure out something. I know this floor mat is very expensive from the supplier that it comes from, so, but oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, we'll get this half cut out of here. So yeah, man, I'm still super happy with it, man. Like, I'm glad the rockers are still on this. Man, that one I looked at down the street, I'll see if I can post up here a picture of it. The patina was perfect on the outside, but it was just horribly rotten. There were no rockers left in it. The doors were falling off of it. And man, it was rough. And I was gonna buy it. I had it in my mind I was gonna be able to fix it. But this one came along, and for a good reason I got this one. So far, let's go ahead and pull this. I'm sure the toe boards have a little bit of, oh crap, what did I do with that? There it is. Got this cool old pocket knife from my father-in-law, and it is a good one. Unfortunately, he is not any longer with us, so don't breathe that stuff. I'll bring you guys over here and let's look at this floor. All right, so you guys are going to get to see firsthand what we're digging into. You'll see it first time I do. So we'll pull this out. This is all going to go in the trash. Make an adjustment here. So the rubber stuff is still, luckily, we don't need it. We'll start over with fresh stuff. So, man, look at that beautiful paint. God, I wish this thing was in good shape like that, but if it was, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Go ahead and get that cleaned out. See what we got on this side so far. Let's get a closer look. Okay, so the seatbelt part right here is pretty rotten. We got a little bit in the floor right there. Not too shabby. We do have a little bit here right by that wedge, but this is all stuff that I can make and put in and fix. So now you guys know why I pushed it outside. So not horrible, but not perfect either. Definitely fixable. Definitely fixable, but man, that's pretty good for a Scout. Like, I mean, gosh almighty, that's not bad at all. Definitely something we can work with. Like I said, compared to that other one, all of this was gone. And we can rebuild all of this stuff here. It's amazing how much dirt these Scouts collect. And compared to the K5, this is phenomenal because the K5s eat out all right there on that driver rocker. It's still got some of its support left, but it'll need a lot of surgery up here as this one will. So let's get the passenger side cleaned out and see what we got to work with. we're not as lucky on this side, but not as bad. This front floor pan, a little bit worse. But again, got a little bit of rust up there in the corner. But again, not horrible. Go ahead and get all that out of here. Don't breathe that stuff. I'm sure it's got some type of asbestos in it. Look at that beautiful orange paint, man. Or it's red, I don't know. Looks like the General Lee colors. But man, this is not terrible, man. I should be able to whip this together pretty quick. Cut out what needs to be changed. Yeah, that K5, the green one, is way worse. Now, it doesn't have hardly any rust in the back, but its middle section is pretty bad. Or this one, the middle section is not bad, but the rear bed floor is pretty rough. But shoot, this ain't no thing, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this rocker molding off and get that rocker cleaned up. But yeah, man, I'm still pretty happy with this. This isn't bad at all. What I did is I took my angle grinder and I cut a notch in it. Usually you'll cut an X on those and you can take the chisel and a hammer. But being the way this is up like that, let me get closer. Alright. Pop that one off, we'll add it to the pile. Alright, so that trim piece is off. Let's see how, or if this rocker is heavily rusted and damaged. Oh hell, that's gonna fall off. I'm gonna cut that off. Don't get it right now. Okay, so we got a little bit of corrosion. Knock a bunch of that off. Yeah, some of the edge is rotten. And pull that out there. The seatbelt acts like it's a little bit more solid, so I should be able to unbolt it out of there. Where the other side, the floor is just gone. But that's okay. Man, these allergies are kicking my butt. I feel like I'm breathing like a pig. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel any spot that's rotted through under here. So far, anyway. So far, so good. Nothing I can't work with. Just said it is a bit rough, but. Whew. My wife wonders where her little pot scratcher went. You guys ain't seen nothing. She doesn't need to know. Forget her scratcher. She can get another one. So yeah, not bad. Pretty solid. Not bad at all. All right, well, we got it cleaned out. I was going to go ahead and get started on cutting this rear floor bed pan out, but I think I might have changed my mind. I think, and I'm going to have to see the availability. I'm sure they sell them, but I think what I'm going to do is I've been looking with the pans just spotting around the way they do, and I've watched some videos. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to buy this full floor pan here. I think I'm going to buy the full floor pan for that side. You can buy these wedges here. They're not wedges, but they're like corners. And I think what I'm going to do is just buckle down and start from the front with the battery tray, because, again, the idea is to get the engine in it and start progressing from the front to back. So I think I'm going to start from the front and just work all the way back. And I feel more comfortable doing that because, like I said, I just have that one spot up there to work on for the battery tray, and under the hood is perfect. But I think what I'll do is I'll pick a side, and I will just completely, because I feel more comfortable and I feel more structurally in the middle is where I want to start. So after I fix that up there, I'll just pick a side and just do a full floor pan replacement. It's not actually the middle looks really really good. It's just this outside, and I believe, and then it's got that spot right up here where I can make a piece and fix that. That's not bad. But I believe I'm just going to replace the full pan, and it'll save me more time, and I'll get a lot better job. And once I finish the middle of the truck, then I will go in and alleviate this rusty floor pan, and then change the bed floor and have to do a little bit of work on the tubs right there. But I think that's the game plan. I got to get in there and see what stuff I can find. But all in all, here's you a quick sneak peek of that fuel tank I was talking about. Look at that, the whole top of it. It came out and it's like this poly plastic, kind of janky. Uh-oh, that sunlight's getting to you, but yeah, I decided to drop this out and get it out quick too, so. Yeah, nasty. Yeah, this stinks. Whew. Maybe this will get rid of the smell. Jesus. It's like something that came out of the bottom of the lake. Yuck. Watch this. Ugh, that's disgusting. So all in all, not too bad really. I believe we really have something here to work with. Would I prefer it just to be perfect? Yeah, absolutely. But right now in the market of these things, to find a really nice Scout that has no rust, you're looking at probably 30,000 bucks. Okay. By the time I get this all done, I will have nowhere invested in that, and I will have some pride because I took the time and did the work. And that's really, as you can tell, a pattern. I mean, I don't want to buy something, and a lot of times you buy something that's already done. It's got a lot of hack stuff that when you have that investment, it could really bring you out of the car building community. You know what I mean? It really leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So, like, starting like this, I'm pretty comfortable with it. Like most of the structural stuff in here is very, very solid. It's just sheet metal work. And yeah, so I think I'm going to try to get some floor pans, get a bed floor. But for now, I got to get a sheet metal brake, and I'm going to make my own panel to fix that apron where that battery's set. We'll get that part fixed, and then we'll pick a side, put a floor pan in, and just start from the middle and work our way back and just try to alleviate most of these rust issues. And, on all the floor braces, I'll probably move this over to my grandpa's because we're going to be working through the winter on this. And I'll probably just basically clean as much as I can as I work and pour POR 15 a lot of the inside of those rails because they're packed full of mud and dirt. And I would imagine, like all these Scouts, this thing, it went to Colorado. It's got stickers where it was in Colorado and stuff in the glove box. I imagine it spent a lot of time up there running around the mud and hunting and all that kind of stuff and camping. So it was used for what it was bought for, but we're going to get that fixed up. And I'm pretty happy with this. So bear with me, guys. I'm going to get some panels and we're going to try to do some rust replacement. So hit that subscribe. Again, I appreciate everybody that's logged in and all their support with it. And this is going to be pretty cool. So thanks, guys.